Okay. Um, Another unscripted moment. Um, I'm gonna have to put a timeout on my 15-point post on what an illegal dumping program should be. Um, got a little ahead of myself. Today's still Wednesday, June 17th, 2026, and it's 16:45 hours. That's police talk, quarter to five, American talk. So, um, I'm going to redo, actually, I'm going to Las Vegas early in the morning, back on Monday. Got, got so much going on. I forgot about the fun that I'm about to have. But um, I want to do something real different, real quick. And this is the type of stuff you're going to see in the future from our posts. I'm talking about real time surveillance time, recording time in real time. Two real times in there. So, what I want to do real quick is I just want to put out here in a record, not accusing anybody of anything, but receipts and documentation plays a lot in things sometimes. Um, so what I want to do is you're gonna pop up here. We're gonna go into where am I gonna go to? Is it over there? Hold on here. Where did they go? Hold up. I have to bring it over here and let y'all see all of my business. All right, so here is my full folder on illegal dumping. Right? What I want to show is city grant applications. Okay, so you see here, I've been inside. Well, the last times I was in these folders was January of this year. But however, I want to show when these drafts were made. So we have here like 10, 15, 2025, 2, 2025, 2, 7, 20, 25. Okay. We have, where did LA go? Eh, it's too open. So you can see here, 2/23, 2025. Okay. And this is a cow recycle grant. So just so that everyone understand is when I did these grants for all these different cities last year, did them in 2 days, one after another. grant application, legislative brief for presentation to the board of supervisors, city councils, or whoever, and each one backed with a source information from where I pulled it from. So let me go into the Word documents. So using the example, City of Oakland. This is the greatest thing about having prior law enforcement and being a videographer that also put evidence together for criminal prosecution. You never lose that touch, right? So, so this was done in again February 2025, and each one of mine is done like this. Same format, template form, everyone. And one thing about my grant application, they follow the specifications to all the different quality of life laws that the state of California, how recycle follows, and what's the word I'm looking for? That are required to fall within the enforcement for getting some of the money they put out. That's not the words I want to come out. Long day. So, like in the grant program selection, from where the grants come from, you have, and there's many more. These are just the main few that I stay with. Local government waste reduction and enforcement grant, green cities and smart waste management grant, AB 617 community air protection funds. Okay. My model was IDAP 2025, zero tolerance, maximum enforcement. You can't have an effective illegal dumping program without any enforcement. I'm not anybody or place. It's the nature of the bees in illegal dumping prevention. Now, all these, everything, of course, is AI driven. However, I built the models. Unlike anyone in the, the US. As a matter of fact, I have the programming codes to actually make grants without the use of standalone AI. Um, so, um, so what I did was like when in the case of Oakland, my data source pulled everything for what would be the need for the city of Oakland to have, or rather to fund a full enforcement illegal dumping program. And as you can see here, it came out with, I don't want to forget, just the areas: West Oakland, East Oakland, Roosevelt District, Coliseum area. Okay. Um, it has in here the enforcement component for $9 million. I will say there is no drone um, components in mine, because when the need for me to do aerial, I do this. Simplify. All right, let's go ahead and respond to you technical problem. Ooh, what's that? Hold on. I've been working the heck out of for. Let me see here. So actually, I got a lot of resources going. I mean, I see Google, but that's not the Google Earth. You know what? Hold on. Let me drop this out. Yes. Save. Should, all right. Let's do this here. All right. Let me try this again. See, most people that does this, like on YouTube. All right. Let me see here. I have. Let's look at this save. Let's see here. Here's the history. I saved it. Where? All right. Let me see here. Save New Orleans one. So I can do any. Yeah, this was supposed to be for illegal dumping, but just to show what I would do for illegal dumping areas is go Google Earth and go directly to that address. in this case, I just happen to have New Orleans information up. Remember when the terrorist guy inside the truck drove down Bourbon Bourbon Street? Well, I wind up doing a security plan for cameras all down Bourbon Street and sent it to the business association. Uh, they were interested when everything was going on, but since everything kind of like died down, interest gone. So if this was illegal dumping on Bourbon Street, I would map it out just like this. See how this is? Right? Then let me go back to canal. Here at the beginning of canal. You know, a lot of y'all already know how to use Google Earth, but it's kind of showing you what I do for illegal dumping. All right. So this is Canal Street. This is not Bourbon though. This is I think this is the other block. Hold on here. Yeah. All right. So I just hit this line is. I have to reload this. So what I would basically do, and I'm sure a lot of you have done this, it's going down. There's something wrong with this Google Earth. See this line right here? Something's going on. So when I can't find my what I wanted to find. So I'm gonna scratch this and just move on. So we all got the point. You have to have a uh, enforcement pointed to it. Pardon me, I'm a little tired right now. Then enforce commercial compliance. Assembly Bill 939, AB 341, enforcement. You have to have enforcement on illegal dumping. These are the words you must hear. See here, so deploy AI surveillance, install 75 plus smart camera, 75 plus for the tune of $9 million, 3,575,000 plus AI cameras for real time monitoring. Mobile enforcement team, 2 million, which is inclusive of private investigator. That's how my plan operates. You have to, because they're private investigators. California's state license, BSIS licensed private investigators will be the frontline investigators to alleviate the pressure to the city's law enforcement. They got other things to do than chase illegal dumpers. That's what I set these grant efforts for. Now, Cal Recycle they don't give that money like that to city. It's always broken down. The numbers you see on mine, that's what the metric, the the metrics, the data shows that is needed to effect, effectively have the expected outcomes and success metric. Okay, you have to have enforcement in there. All right, and my 9 million covers all of Oakland, not specific section. So anyway, that's how they're all put together. So what I want to do now is, so I'm been case studying Vallejo since 2018. The city of Vallejo, a lot of residents and homeowners have seen me down there for years and thank me because they know that I've been doing all this for free for years. Coming in, figuring out, catching people on videos and whatnot. Um, and somebody actually said to me this today that I should start a goal a GoFundMe because it fits within the criteria of certain things. So I'll see. I mean, how much that I use for this? $30, 40, 50. And I could actually approach camera manufacturers, but I keep getting this bad echo. I could easily get camera manufacturers to give me, but then of course it comes with, well, you know, you want we want to be written into the grant and this and that, and which I may consider because each location in illegal dumping is not the same camera. So what cameras you use on this block will not work on the next block, and that that part I think like Oakland, they're aware of that. So that's why they most likely don't have any specs for the cameras yet. But just to give you a little taste of what I do and how I do it, you have to think from an investigative point of view of how to catch illegal dumpers. It's not just about putting cameras on a city light pole, thinking that that one spot. You have to think outside the box. You have to put them in bushes, trees, uh, go straight covert. So this is about like 5 minutes. I've actually had these cameras down in Vallejo. They've been dormant. I mean, they've been charged. I thought they wasn't charged, but they've been charged. Um, just fell off the network a while back, and the fact that I haven't been aggressively back on Vallejo. I mean, I haven't been aggressively on Vallejo. I just waited until I was going to kick it back up, and I'm just started to kick it back up yesterday on Tuesday, June 16th, 2024. And here I will give you a little sample of what I'm doing down there. Okay, so this is what one has to do. So I've already pulled off the other camera. I'm taking it down. Now I'm gonna go up, and I'm just pulling these down for maintenance and fully recharge them, and then probably tomorrow. What's the day? What I say? It's Monday the. No. Today is Tuesday. Did I say Monday? Today's Tuesday the 16th. But anyway, it don't matter. I'm gonna come back down here, clean these up, charge them up tonight. Come back down here and redeploy them tomorrow. And all these cameras are from Amazon. That black one there, $35. That white one there, I got years ago, was like 60 something bucks with tax from Amazon, 60 something bucks. I got a Elfie inside the truck. And see, in the city of Oakland, they don't even have the specs of the cameras of what they're going to use. That was so fucking crazy. But anyway, let me pull these down. It's almost 2 o'clock. This only take me less than 10 minutes, if that.
All right, here we go. Only took me about 5 minutes to just put up. This is fully charged. You see this right here? Solar, fully charged with us.
Okay, so basically, like that area that I put on there, that was some fresh trash that was dumped. For the last few months, actually this whole area was filled with campers and homeless in vehicles. Vallejo came and cleaned them out. As much as uh, Vallejo is hard strapped financially, they they did that one, and um, some come back, but they know when exactly to come back, and they know exactly when to be gone. They normally pop up on any weekend. So, um, So what I'm gonna do real quick is, um, like I said, that camera, $35. You want to know what the model is that is on Amazon? That specific one. So anyway, um, let's do this. Web two, yeah. So I want to bring. Going to cast my phone so I can bring up the phone app to the cameras. Well, actually, to the camera in Vallejo, but to the cameras inside my backyard. Um, do this here, and then I'll come back later and then do the um, okay, do it for nighttime. So let me see here. Let me cast my phone. Right, share screen. Okay. All right. So there we go. So I'm gonna go here. So you can see even on my phone it shows that AI power. So we're gonna go into my cast of different camera apps. All right. But the one more specifically is Cloud Plus. So that's a hint on what a camera is that I'm using because the app uses Cloud Plus. All right. So this is the camera I have on the east side of my backyard. Right. Let me all right. And you can basically see inside my backyard. My backyard is my testing ground for various cameras. Some people call me an expert at this. Some people say, "Oh man, you have a master in what you do." I'm just a brother that knows a little something. That's how I've always been. I try to be as humble as possible. I'm the most coolest, downest earth person you will ever meet, and would always love to help out if given the opportunity, but never taken advantage of. So, as you can basically see, I can bring up the PTZ here, right? Swing the camera. So those are all, those cameras there. That's on the pointed down. Those are all license plate video cameras. The antennas are wireless radios. Um, those are ingenious. Um, I've always been an ingenious man. Still like a genius, but been looking at learning the ubiquity stuff based on a friend of mine, Evan Steiner. Interactive, last name, Evan Steiner. Throw out some info for him. Uh, so I have, so you can see by the timestamp up over there what time it is. So it's real time when I did this video. Um, yeah, get you back. Um, go to the other side of my yard from the opposite way. All right. But let's go to Vallejo. And now I call to make sure it's the IDAP network. And I've rebranded it. It's the one branding was across the board, but I've rebranded it to be city specific. So what I call IDAP Vallejo. We're gonna go on down there. So this is what I went and put back on on online here. Where's the arrow at? Hold on here. Oh, there we go. I have to tap it twice. So it's a 6/17, 2026, real time. But the question is, some people are probably wondering, what am I using? Cell, Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is on top of a house half a block away. Um, that there apparently now is a little bit of interference, but here on my phone, it's hopefully that right. But let me do this. Let me show you my home camera since we're here. My setup. Um, this is Blue Iris software. Software is only like what's it, 80 some bucks. I mean, I sell or used to sell the heavy commercial duty stuff. Um, these are all the other cameras. I have a 180 that, that's fixed. See, I actually have 180 cameras in the application, but they're disguised as PTZs, and the the design can be changed. So one PTZ that could cost 2,000, depending on what it is, you can wind up getting like about six, seven, eight 180 cameras like this cheap. Me, I know the OEM models on Amazon. So this is why probably some security system integrators is not going to like me, because I'm going to make sure the programs that I'm involved in, that the cities maximize their dollars. That's that's how I've built these uh, applications. Um, oh, my other half is just coming home. So here, I have tracking cameras on my home. Guys are saying that's because I use these as demos. Other people log on. So let me take her off because she not gonna want to be on video. But I'm gonna wrap that up. I think you guys got the idea of it. Oh, here's something that I bet none of you do is have a camera inside your attic so you can watch your furnace and stuff. But actually, I'm repairing a controller. I'm replacing that controller there. But the fact that our air conditioner is up above, and I've heard nightmares of big leakages happening and ceiling coming down and all that. So that's neither here nor there. Um, Video Loft. This is a subscription, cloud based LPR. That's my other half coming home. So I have a lot of different products that I'm constantly testing and know. And so, like I said, in the illegal dumping game, you have to know specifically what's going to be put in the illegal dumping area. It's not about just throwing up any type of camera or or one security solution for this block and then think that's going to work for the other block. You have to take in consideration nighttime, especially if you're using LPR, because what works for LPR in the daytime will not work in the nighttime, and so you have to go out day and night, and a lot of security integrators don't do that. So with that, this has been a 42-minute run. Um, I, I'm gonna come out with a short nighttime version later on, but this now gives a whole scope of Lewis IDAP, how my illegal dumping program is ran, because it has 100% enforcement in it. It first starts off with private investigators to alleviate the pressure for city's law enforcement, and then it's backed up by the law enforcement. But then I have what I call the Magic Five, and Magic Five is private private investigator, the attorney, district attorney, DP, DPW, and police, sheriff. They are the law enforcement component is to go pick them up and bring them in. That's all they have to do. They don't have to worry about chasing down the dumpers. The program is going to do that. And anything that's giving the community just, oh, we're not taking license plates. There is no facial recognition. We're maintaining privacy. You can't maintain privacy if you're trying to do an enforcement and catching offenders. It don't work like it don't work that way. So so that is it.